Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Susie Say That. Today's topic is the ram in the bush. Although this is a biblical term because it's in reference to the Bible where Abraham had to give a sacrifice to God. He had to make a sacrifice. He took his son Isaac with him, not knowing where the sacrifice was going to come from, but just willing to sacrifice his son if nothing else showed up. And he goes along with his son, and his son asks him, where is the sacrifice? And Abraham says, God will provide. And God did. As they got close to everything about to happen, he looked over there, and there was a ram in the bush. God did provide. So ask yourself this question: where is my ram in the bush? And then ask yourself, did I miss the ram in the bush? Was I expecting the ram in the bush to look like I wanted it to look, to be what I wanted it to be? See, because in Abraham's case, he knew that he was willing to sacrifice his own child if nothing else showed up. That's some trust. So some would probably say, well, why would God let Abraham get all the way up there and then he provide the sacrifice, the ram in the bush? It could have been many things. It could have been Abraham had not yet got to that place where he fully trusted God. So God was like, I got to take you on a journey because I need for you to trust me. What if that's what God is telling you? He needs for you to trust him. So he has you on this journey where at the last minute, he provides the sacrifice. I've been there before. When my children were little, I needed a bill paid, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I was just, I always paid my tithes and offerings, and I always gave, and that was just who I was, the part of me that gave. And I needed God to give me a ram in a bush. And I've experienced this many times, but my children were little then, and I needed for God to take care of this idea. And I just began to talk to this woman, and I told her, I said, I just have to have this bill paid. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I can't, my kids cannot get out of school, and we don't have what we need. By today, when my kids get out of school, this is what's going to happen. And the lady looked at me, she said, oh, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to give it to you. And I was like shocked because that's not what my expectations was. I was thinking about, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't know what to do. I just know that I needed God to do something for me by the end of the day for my children. And I'm going to tell you this. She was the ram in the bush. She was the ram in the bush. And I never even thought of her as being that type of person. I just never thought that she would do that for me. I never asked her for anything, but I just never even thought about her in that way. But as soon as I said it, she said, oh, we're going to do that. We're going to take care of that for you. And I want you to know that you don't have to pay it back right away. And I was like, I don't. She said, no, take your time because we want you to get all the way where you can get yourself together. So just take your time. And they did. They allowed me to pay them a little bit here and a little bit. Never bothered me about it. Never talked about it. Never even heard it. They never said, when I paid them that last payment, she said to me, we knew you would do it. We knew that you would do it. God has so many great things for you. Then she began to pour into my life and tell me all these things that God had for me. But what if I wouldn't have told her that? God already had it set up. He already had the ram in the bush for me. What if I would have let pride kick in? No, I don't want nobody to know this is a secret. I don't want nobody to know that I'm having this difficulty or I'm having this trial right now in my life. What if I would have been like that? And God already had supplied the ram in the bush. He already had met the need. But what if I wouldn't have asked? What if I wouldn't have shared? Because I didn't ask. I just shared. And she asked. They wanted to pay it, and they did. So think about that. You have no idea what the ram in the bush is. You have no idea what it looks like. Abraham had no idea that the ram in the bush was going to be there. He didn't know that. He just knew. He trusted his God that he was going to provide for him. How? He didn't know. But if God didn't, He was going to sacrifice his own son because he trusted God more than he trusted the process. He trusted his God. So why would somebody ask, why would God want to lead him to that without telling him? Come on. He's the great I am that I am. He can do whatever he want to do, when he want to do it, and we don't have a right to tell him how to do it. And that's one of the problems. That's why so many of us miss the ram in the bush, because we want to dictate and tell God how he should do it, when he should do it. It doesn't go like that. When you truly get into that place with God, you're going to have to trust. It's part of it. The sacrifice is part of it. For every level, you know that saying they say, for every level, there's a new devil. For every level with God, there's going to be a sacrifice. You're going to have to trust your God. It's just simple as that. It may not be what you want it to be. It may not appear like you thought it was going to be. Because so many times we think we got it all together. We think we got God's plan for us all together. No, it doesn't go like that. His thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. High as the heaven is from the earth is his ways from us. He's not like us. So he always, I believe, has a ram in the bush for us. Always has something. But we're so busy, shameful, don't want to tell someone what we're going through, someone that we can trust, someone that we don't have any issues with, we never had a problem with. We don't want to share. I never had a problem with this woman, ever, ever, ever. I loved her. She was kind to me. I never had an issue with her. None. I've told her things in the past she's never told anyone. And this woman, and she's gone to be with the Father. She left many years ago, but I trusted her. And she did the impossible, the possible, because she met my impossible. Think about that. That's who God is. He's the possible in your impossible. He's going to always provide the ram in the bush. He is. Just stop for a moment. Maybe you need to just check yourself, inventory yourself to see, are you doing what you should be doing? Maybe God's telling you to do something, say something, give something. I don't know, because I don't know your level with God. But this I can tell you. I have many testimonies. I've seen many things. I've observed many things where the ram in the bush shows up on numerous occasions for many things. But just make sure it's God that's supplying it, and not those people that's going to go and talk about what they done did, how they done did and stuff, because then they take the glory from God. But truly, when it's God, you know that you won favor with him. You know you won some kind of favor with him. He's pleased because he provides the ram in the bush. He did it for me numerous occasions. He'll do the same for you. He has no respect of a person, none. You can ask him, Father, I need for you to supply the ram in the bush. Even though my faith may be weakened, I'm not trusting you fully because I feel this, that, and the other. And when I have trusted you, you know, you didn't show up like I thought you should have showed up. You can talk like that to your Father. He loves you. He's not like us. He's not. That's what I love about God. The great I am that I am. He's nothing like us. That's why I serve him. That's why I love him. Because he's nothing like us. I can go to him when I'm feeling some kind of way. He cares for us. He loves us. He wants to hear what you're saying. There's a scripture in the Bible. He said, come, let us reason together. That means let us talk about this. That's what God is saying. He may be saying it to you right now. Let us talk about this. Your Father wants to talk with you. He wants to provide you the ram in the bush that you so desperately need right now. Healing. Maybe that's it. Maybe you need a ram in the bush for healing. Ram in the bush for peace. Ram in the bush for love. I don't know. But whatever you need God to provide, he has it. And just maybe it's not how you think it should be. Or maybe it's not what you want it to be. But he has the ram in the bush for you as he's had it for me. Okay? Till the next time.